Alright, what's good? This video I'm actually going to have to post from this account from my computer, but anyways, whoa, we're going to do no light, sorry. So this is a video I'm doing about how every sign is like their opposite sign, or like how each sign has to follow the opposite, like how each traits in one sign is similar to the opposite sign. That makes sense? Okay, so Aries, right? That's number one. Aries play out their opposite sign traits when they, like, as they get older, they end up having to learn how to relate themselves to other people. So the older an Aries gets, they start to like yearn for relatability and being able to like connect with others on that level, because since they've been in, so like they come in this life caring about themselves first, like, and thinking about themselves first before they do anything, right? That's just their second nature. So if you an Aries, no matter what, you're always going to look at your own perspective first, right? Now, as a Libra, you come into this life like yearning for other people, wanting to connect with other people, socialize, all that. So you don't have like that same individualistic mindset that Aries has. You're still an individual. You still are individualistic because you are that person with the mindset that wants to relate with everybody else, right? However, like when you don't put yourself first, that's where you get it all messed up. So Aries has to learn how to take their individuality and relate it with everybody else, while Libra has to be an individual first and then relate themselves to everybody else. So it's a tricky situation because that's why opposite signs are examples for each other, so that, you know, when a Libra come around an Aries, the Aries will teach them that you need to have your own individual idea, your own way of relating with your, like, from within first. Then you present it with like conviction outwardly, because that's the Martian energy, that you believe in that individuality that you created and you exert it type stuff. And you need to do that first, right? Aries need to come out of that individualistic energy and to see other people's point of view from time to time. You know what I'm saying? So it's a funny switch. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I think I got that one. Then we got Taurus, my favorite, because I feel like it's so interesting. Now I've met a lot of Taurus. I've met a lot of Taurus. Now, see, I feel like I missed something. So, like, another thing talking about the Aries and Libras, I've met a lot of Aries that kind of are very selfish, single-minded too. Not all Aries are like this, but when before they learned what they're here to, like, their way of being in their opposite energy, they like are very single-minded, have one way of thinking about things, but it's always going to be like a new, unique way because it's them. But it's going to be that single way of doing it. And then they also are very selfish. So, like, they kind of just want things for themselves all the time. They don't want to share type shit. Libra got a problem with overly sharing themselves and their surroundings, environment with other people. And caring about too much what other people think and feel. So, like, Aries don't give a fuck about none of that because they care about their own first. Libra has a hard time caring about their own first, so they kind of have to like think about other people's. So look, now moving on to Taurus. So Taurus they gotta learn how to be more secretive. Like their opposite sign is Scorpio. Like they have to learn how to be more secretive. How to be less trusting of individuals around them, and how to properly manipulate their environment. Because it's like, all right, I meet a Taurus, and they be openly friendly, overly kind to everybody they meet, because that's how they are. Like, these people have, Taurus have good hearts. Like, a lot of Taurus have really good hearts because they really like to give. You know, it's like that Venus energy, like Libra. So, they're overly kind, overly trusting of people that they meet for the first time, type shit. They don't gotta like know people for that long to feel comfortable with somebody. As a Taurus, they like to get very stable, like right away. They like to stay with stuff. Like, they like stability, so they don't. It's not like Gemini or Libra where they like to flip floppy. You know what I'm saying? They don't. It's Taurus stay in one area type shit. So it's like, once they do open themselves up to people, it's easy for people to take advantage of them if they don't have good intentions like the Taurus, because the Taurus is so open and trusting and friendly. So they not like their opposite sign, Scorpio, where you meet a Scorpio, right? Scorpios are deceptive because they're distrustful of others. That's one thing about it. They lie and they don't tell the full truth. And I say lie, not meaning like, oh my God, they're liars. I'm just saying they're gonna deceive you. Scorpios are not them, like, they don't push out their self like how Taurus would naturally push themselves out and give themselves out. Scorpio will be secretive about themselves and how they act and interact truly. They deceive that, right? So Scorpios got to learn to not be so much like that, or do that in the right way, where that they understand that what Taurus gets at a young age by going through the being used by other people. Like, Taurus will find themselves in situations that they've gotten used, where Scorpio be on the other side, be using people. Scorpios be using people. So it's like, you really see how opposites play out because of the literally where they are on the psych. I don't know the word. I'm just getting lost with the words, but you know what I mean. Like, they literally are on the polar scale. There we go. Like, they're polar opposites. You have one person who uses their motives and uses secret motives and stuff like that, and behind is involved with things like deep beneath the surface, where Taurus like to get over things and dry it up. You know what I'm saying? And they'll talk. A lot of times, Taurus will talk about shit that's deep. That's like, why are you being so like chill about this right now? Like, why did you talk about this shit like it's nothing? Like, but they don't like. They're nothing like the opposite sign. They have went through things in that same deep manner. They have went through like a lot of like, Taurus also go through things like death and rebirth situations like Scorpios do, right? This is the similarity. However, the way Taurus does it is they dry it up. They're earth signs, so it's like they don't add all that deep dwelling onto things like how Scorpio does, right? That's another opposite trait that they got. That you see play out, where you meet a Taurus, they don't have all that. They might have a lot of deep shit too that have went on with their life, but the way that a Taurus will talk about it and handle, where a Scorpio probably won't even talk about it with you. Not gonna lie, they keep that shit in. So it's like, you really do see how the two polar opposites play out, right? But these people are the same. They have gone through the same type of experiences, believe it or not, right? So then you have Gemini, right? Gemini and Sag. Now, these people, Gemini got to learn how to be less scattered, and have a little bit more direction when it comes to their mental energy. They have to, they teach. They come in this life very youthful in that area, right? They come in this life very youthful in the mental field, where they're open to learning a whole bunch of new things. As is Sagittarius, right? The similarity is they're both open-minded, right? These signs, these polar opposites are both open-minded. Personally, I feel like they're very similar in different ways, right? They just do it in different ways. Where I hope I'm heard, because I just realized my thing is connected.